Hello, and welcome back to Monday Night at Heroes and Hooligans, where we are doing all of the shenanigans as we play through Delirium, our Grim Hollow campaign, Season 3, Episode 2, appropriately named Firebug. Who's going to give our recap for last week? I think, Loki, you decided you're going to do it?
Yes, that will be me. We started on the road to Lysec, prepared to face the worst, knowing what we were coming into since the Belfry has been on fire for a long time, since we started the campaign, long time. And civilians are trapped inside, and the city's not really doing too well for it. We find out the captain of the Golden Barge has taken over the rescue efforts, and some of us don't think they're doing that great of a job or like them that much. But we were here to head to Daruk's home, and on the way, we find out the people are sick in town and things seem to be getting worse. And unfortunately, those troubles followed us to Daruk's home, as their family seems to be facing some personal troubles as well. And understandably, we're dismissed from there since family matters are more important than anything we could do as not criminal wardens. And so we investigate. We go around town, we get some supplies, we have a little adventure for Scrimmy and Arthur in a magic shop picking up some tattoos. And while Fiora and I check out some less than reputable potentials for information, all the meanwhile, Celine had originally stayed back outside to look after Daruk before being dismissed later on. With everything we learned, we contact the wardens and we get some supplies and men coming, but we do all learn that this wasn't a sanctioned mission officially. And as such, some of our team members, i.e. Fiora, are not very happy about it and have split off from the group.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Actually, it sounds perfectly right. Good job. Chaos coin for you. Celine, you are outside Daruk's. It's been quite some time. A couple hours have gone by. You don't know what the rest of the party has gotten up to. You were waiting to speak to Daruk. Eventually, he comes out to get a pail of water from his well. And when he comes out and notices you're there, he pretty much in no polite terms tells you to fuck all the way off. What does Celine do when you're told to fuck all the way off? Like, you head back, you sit there and brood a minute. Do you say, no, fuck you, Daruk, I'm staying? How does it go? Knowing that just a couple days ago, Daruk also threw fists at you, so you know when he's angry in your direction, he will resort to throwing hands.
I'm definitely going to sit there and brood for a bit. No. Given the circumstances, for once, Celine is actually going to listen. But she's still going to be pissed off because she sat there for hours waiting for him. And on her way back to town, in her anger, she's going to take the axe, the great axe, off her back and just throw it and just continue walking. She doesn't care about it anymore.
She just angrily tosses her great axe into the woods somewhere, and it kind of lands in a tree.
Presumably.
Yeah, with a big thunk. Actually, why don't you just roll to hit with your great axe, just so we can see if you roll a nat 1 or not, because I think that would be fun.
All right, cool. Hang on, I need to re-equip it.
Nat 20s and 10 trees fall.
Come on, D&D Beyond. Equip it. There we go. I'm not going to see this roll. Did I click the right button there? I don't see an attack. A 15, apparently.
15, you say?
Yes.
Great. All right. So you throw it, it lands in a tree out in the woods somewhere. You hear it go probably 30-ish feet or so, and you hear it thunk. Nobody cries, so you didn't accidentally hit anybody with it or anything, and you're able to head back to town. And you know your friends were going to go to do some things, but I believe they did tell you they were going to the Pig's Tit. Is that right? You did say that? sleep. So you know that they're going to be at the Pig's Tit. So you're able to either go there or do something else. What is it that does? Do you go to the inn or?
She needs a drink.
Okay,
She's
so you
definitely
do go
going in.
straight to the Pig's Tit. You can do that. You go. It's been a couple of hours. It's towards the evening. Not quite when you guys are meant to meet up with your contact, but just a little before that, probably like 8:30, 9 o'clock, about an hour and a half beforehand. Fiora has been gone for a little bit of time. I would say probably an hour or so. You still haven't seen or heard from her, and Celine comes walking into the tavern there. Let me go ahead and put your map up here so we could kind of see, because everybody is on the map there. So you're at the Pig's Tit. Loki, Scrimmy, and Arthur are sitting off at a table somewhere. Where do you think you sat? Do you think you sat somewhere in the back? I think you maybe mentioned it before when you were there meeting up, but I can't quite remember if you were like sitting off in the back somewhere or kind of center or in the front. Where do you guys think you're sitting at?
I think that Scrimmy would be lingering around the bar.
Okay.
I think we would have grabbed a table in the back because originally we would have planned on that meeting tonight, not having any interruptions to people leaving.
I also absolutely see us as the weird kids on the bus, and I think we are tucked into corners as often as possible.
Yeah, that's fair. You can do that. Absolutely. So, Celine, you come walking in. Your friends are mostly at a table off to the back, but you see Scrimmy is kind of leaned up against the bar, still near that table, but on the bar side. We'll say you're in the back left corner because the fireplace is on the right side. So you're away from the firelight and all of that. So it's dimly lit. It's kind of like a dark, dank place. It doesn't have chandeliers with candles in them or anything like that. There's just, candles on tables and so on and so forth, spread out. Not even every table has a candle. It's a pour in. They don't have a lot, but they do have some great drinks.
Yeah. Speaking of drinks, do I see any in front of Scrimmy? Like I assume he's drinking.
I believe so. Yeah, Scrimmy did get a drink.
I got
You got a zombie.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did get a zombie. Oh, I did have you roll your dice, right? The D4 and D6.
Yeah.
Did I tell you what they do?
I feel like you did, but I feel like I don't remember.
I feel
right.
like it was a 1 and then 2 hours, I think.
Yeah, there was a 1 and a 3. Okay. So when Scrimmy got a drink, it's called the Zombie. It's got all different kinds of rum, including 151. And it does a couple of things. It's like when you drink it, Scrimmy, it kind of tingles in your mouth the way Pop Rocks do. It's not like a bad tingle, but it's like a, ooh, this is interesting sort of tingle. And it's probably one of the first things you've actually felt have mouthfeel since when you usually eat and drink, part of it spills out. But your rolls were a 1 and a 3. So your 1 was on the D4 I asked you for. So you will turn undead for 1 hour. So instead of being like actually considered living, you are like Jack Sparrow when he goes out of into the moonlight, sort of. And you're drunk, condition 1, drunk for 3 hours. So whatever the basic disadvantages are, so on and so forth. I would have to pull them up to read them to you, but you got level 1 drunk for 3 hours. So you do, Celine, when you walk in, see Scrimmy drinking a little drink that's got, usually drinks like are fruity and they have a umbrella sticking out of it. This one has a like paper skeleton sticking out of it. And it looks fancy.
Well, I was going to have her walk up and take that, but that's not her kind of drink. So she's going to just walk up, not even acknowledge it besides the drink, and just order the strongest thing they have.
Well, there are a lot of strong things. Do you want magical or unmagical drink?
Knowing Celine and the mood she's in, just give her a normal drink.
A normal drink?
Yeah, she's not in the mood for anything extra special right now.
Yeah, so you just get a 2-finger glass of bourbon. You know, it's not the best bourbon you've ever had, but it's one of the strongest things that they have on the menu. You get 2 fingers of it, and it costs you 5 silver pieces.
All right, cool.
And it's served whichever way you like it, whether it's on the rocks, dry, however.
Honestly, I don't know the difference. So
On the rocks is with ice, dry is without water, so on and so forth.
oh yeah, just sure. Do I need to make a save for this or not?
You get a number of drinks, regular drinks, equal to your Constitution modifier for free before you have to start rolling for them. But the
Oh, cool.
magical drinks have their own effects.
All right, cool. Well, I
Great,
take
so-
that. I just down it and then look around for my group.
There you go. Loki, you have a super high passive plus observant, so you would have seen Celine come in and go to the bar, especially because I know your character likes to keep their head on a swivel and consistently is watching things. Arthur, if you're not lost in the la la land of your book, you also see Celine come in.
Yeah, I don't think Arthur's reading now. Well, she's got a drink already, so that's a huge plus. Do you want to catch her up, or do you want me to?
I'll take care of it, and Loki will wave his arm over when we see Celine scanning around.
And Scrim, you're right there next to Celine if you choose to interact with her or let her brood in her own barbecue sausage bitchiness.
How much of Celine's drink has she consumed yet so far?
The entire thing. She
All right,
downed
excellent. All right, Squirmy's gonna walk up to Celine. What did you get to drink? That looked good.
it. No idea.
No
It was
idea.
just-
Excellent. You good?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Well, that's a change for once. Well, it's great to see you. What's going on with what's the big guy's name again?
Drew.
No, I
Oh,
I write that down furiously.
Yeah, just what's his name? What's his name?
what's his name again? What's going on with him? You good?
He's brooding.
Oh.
Let's just say we want to give him some space for a while.
Well, alrighty then. That sounds like not a bad idea. Should we go check in with our friends at the table?
Sure.
We're
What
like
did I
frantically
miss?
waving at this point.
Dude, be cool, be cool.
They're going to cause a scene. Give them 30 more seconds, and there will be a scene.
Okay, great.
I think they're talking shit about us. We should go over there.
Oh, fuck. That's how the scene gets caused. God damn it.
Besides drinks, is there anything on like the bar, like a coaster or something?
Let's see.
Please be a dirty rack.
Also, how heartbroken is that bartender with the most incredible stocked bar in the world, having served 2 fingers of well bourbon?
I mean, would you want to lead something randomly magical?
Oh no, he's just got everything back there. I respect the drink choice, but
Yeah, there you go. I gave you the tavern so you can put yourselves where you are.
Oh, nice.
I was about to say, did you? But it's still loading.
Yeah, I did.
Where the
I just need to put Scrim on the
Oops,
map. Oh, Fiora isn't there. All right, let me drop Scrim here.
How packed is the bar while we're mapping?
Just a few patrons, as you can see, and they're mostly on the. I'm backwards since we're on a map now. You're on the right side, and the fire is on the left. So
Perfect.
there you go. Just a few
Anybody-
patrons.
Are you able to see other people? Because I can only see myself.
You should be able to see everything.
I had that issue too, to where I only saw myself until Arthur came over to the table.
I'm just happy to be here. Anybody playing that piano just for my own edification?
I can only see myself as well. Interesting.
I can only see my cat.
It's okay.
determined
We're
to
together in
get on my
spirit.
computer. Yeah, I can see us all on the stream anyway.
There we go. Well,
Wait, here too? Never mind. Go ahead. You're good. You're good.
Okay, I look
I
at
don't
the
know.
stream, I can see everyone, but I look at my own screen, nothing. But hey,
Well,
I
I'm
placed
sorry.
myself
I don't know
properly,
how
so
to
I'm
fix
good.
That's all right. We can see each other on
Yeah,
the stream.
don't worry about him.
Yeah. Well, you're there. You're in the fucking tavern. There's a map, and that's what matters. Dang it. I don't know why it is what it is, but it is.
It's
what
okay.
All right.
it is.
It's fine.
VTT, it needs updating.
Are you guys coming over to the table?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah, so I'm squandering over there.
Yeah, and Celine, you were asking if there were things on the bar. There is, like a couple of mugs around. Looks like the barkeep is setting them up there on the counter as he's kind of wiping them before putting them away.
I was gonna grab a coaster or something and just throw it at them, but since there's nothing besides jugs, I'm not gonna throw anything too expensive right now.
Thank God you already threw the axe.
Yeah. Don't worry, I have knives.
Do we want to ask about Daruk, Celine, or are we better off not knowing?
I just asked, and he's being angry, and we should probably just give him some space for a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Celine said that she was fine, so I'm a little bit scared.
Well, everybody's emotional state aside, I guess we should catch you up, Celine. There was a little bit that you missed.
Well, I presume you didn't just wander around for a couple hours.
Mostly that, but Scrimmy and I happened into the magic shop, and we actually got some good information. A lot concerning the belfry. I guess the belfry was inhabited by vampires, a vampire cult of some kind, and the fire was started in their sleeping space. And most of the people trapped in there now were going in on rescue missions to get other civilians trapped inside, people going in on research missions. And I guess there were 5 groups of civilians so far lost. Things keep collapsing every time they go in. And we have cool tattoos. That's what I learned.
Yeah.
You have tattoos?
Yeah, I got a face tattoo. Do you see it?
Do I see it, or is it on the ghostly part of her head? Or his head, sorry.
No, it's actually on the skin part. It's covering
Ah.
up some of the mulch and mush.
It's like a Mike Tyson tattoo.
I hate that you
All
can
right,
say
okay.
skin part as if there's different sections of the head. We know
Yes.
there are, but God.
Just doesn't feel right, does
I'm
it?
more caught up on the mulch mush.
Yeah, like my lip. It's all raggedy.
My lemon.
You know, the mulch mush.
Raggedy. I burned it right off. Y'all ain't never looked at my face before, or what?
I try not to look at people too much.
And Loki, are
And
you
you are clearly
expecting?
the there's a thing from a person.
God. Loki, are you expecting another meeting? You mentioned something.
Yes, Fred will be by at close to midnight.
And I know that you know that I know, but let's say someone at this table doesn't know who Fred is.
Fred was the weapons vendor that we passed by that we pointed out as looking suspicious. He's going to drop by with some information on the town as well as contracts. We're not picking any up. We want to see who's sourcing them. Because if there's any contracts related to upkeeping, maintaining, or going into the fire, it's good for us to know who those people are.
Okay.
The fire.
We're not criminals anymore.
If we
Wait.
took a contract, would it become legal then? Would we legitimize that?
We could be legally binded in a contract, but it's criminal activity, and I'm not too sure what the legal jurisdiction of this city is.
But you
but
okay, you're a criminal.
it takes one to know one. All right, you guys keep dishing out this criminal talk, but I'm the least. I feel like I was the least criminally involved here.
He was never incriminated.
Thank you, Scrimshaw.
I am not prying.
Oh
into your
shit, you
past.
call me Grimshaw.
That aside, we have a couple things. First, we need to get Celine a new weapon because I've noticed that your axe is not here
I
anymore.
don't need
Celine.
it.
You were already disarmed with the bone trader. I'd like you to have a weapon with when you have both of your arms with bones in them this time.
Disarmed, literally.
Yes.
I was
As he
so
says
confused.
that, I'm just gonna reach over and place my hand on his shoulder and just squeeze.
That's fantastic. But when we go against something that's much stronger than I am,
Do you
bare
not-
hands may not do the trick.
Do you not want a
Gripping
I don't need a weapon.
I'm super in. Whatever you're giving off right now, I'm very much into it. And if you want to roll with this, I will absolutely follow it through. But I do have to agree with Loki that it would be smart to have one. But hey, I support your decision.
I'll go pick one up and carry it for you in case you change your mind. Then the blacksmith is just next door.
We're missing someone.
Fiora did storm off because I don't know if you knew yet, but this was not a sanctioned mission.
Right.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention.
We do
that.
missions. I thought
Yes.
we wanted.
No, we got paid for doing all the Bone Trader stuff. We originally were not going to be paid for this. This was approved leave, essentially. But it is now a mission since we've contacted base.
That's the good news. It's a mission now. Fiora must be upset that, Daruk lied.
Well, giving her past for this city, I don't blame her.
Do you know what that is, by
Literally-
the way, now that she's not here to defend herself and we can exploit that vulnerable position?
All right, hold on now, Arthur.
I know some of it. It is not my past to tell.
All right. Okay. I had to ask. I have to say, I can't blame Daruk. I mean, I wish he told us too. I don't think any of us would have turned him
I mean,
down.
you can't
but-
wholeheartedly blame him. It was his
I don't
decision
bl-
to come here.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he doesn't know us well. His family's in danger. I could see myself doing something like that. Plus,
Yeah.
we're going to get paid for it anyway.
That was a add-on. That was not the original situation.
Right.
Any of us are more than valid to be frustrated that we were brought here unknowingly for not official reasons. And I'm not sure any of us are really happy with being here in the first place. Because, side note, haven't we only been wardens for a week and a half? It's like we have not been here long enough to care that much about the org outside of Arthur.
I mean, we're doing okay though. We're getting paid. We're going on missions. Isn't that what the warden's all about?
I mean, we're here because it was this or jail. That's the thing to remember. Fiora's time now being spent working for someone else to not be behind bars. And
Sure, but I mean that's the
And was then
situation
brought
we're
to
in
a city where
regardless.
she
Look,
has a very shitty
I
past.
understand being upset at Daruk. I'm not whatever. I'm a neutral party here. I'm just trying to say I understand, and I might have done the same thing. I'm just trying to keep the peace here.
When did she leave?
maybe 30 minutes ago.
As soon as he says that, I'm out the door.
God damn it. All right. Come on, Arthur. And I'll also drag Scrimmy along because
Fuck.
I'm not sure how well their faculties are for us needing to leave.
The last friend we followed was really pissed about it, but all right.
All right. So, Fiora, let's roll back to when you took off and left.
Yeah.
What did you do?
So Fiora would go out. Like I said, stormed out, probably slammed the door. And as soon as she was out, like her hood's up, she's pulling her cloak high. And she's just kind of wandering the city, being with her thoughts in the darkness, probably starting in, I think it was Poor Man's Town or Poor Man's District. She walks past the library, walks over there, walks past all her old haunts. But probably after like 45 minutes to an hour wandering and following all her old haunts to her past in the city, she eventually finds herself where the later parts of her years here were spent, down at the docks.
Okay. So if the party leaves about a half an hour after you did, and by time you get down to the docks at Bite Bay on the Old Market District side, it's been 45 minutes to an hour. Where does the party think that they head first to look for Celine? Especially if you're following, not look for Celine, look for Fiora. If you're following Celine, I'll ask Celine, where do you go first to look for Fiora, Celine?
Given the brief, well, not brief, but the insight she has into Fiora's backstory, or at least as much as she's told her, she would probably head towards the docks just because she knows about some stuff. So
Okay.
even if then it's a good place to start, you're working from the docks inward towards the city.
All right, so we're going to go to the docks first then.
God, that bird's so loud.
Sorry.
Oh, no.
No.
Joking.
It's a key feature of the city. There's not a lot of birds, but goddamn, you know when they're there.
Arthur. No Daruk. No Fiora yet. Loki.
Oh, it looks like it's screaming at Scrimmy.
I like it.
I could see that as canon, that all birds scream at Scrimmy.
Celine.
Hey, Scrimmy likes birds, okay?
Scrimmy. Now that you're on the map, you can arrange yourself however you choose to arrange. I just dropped you there, so you're there. All of you, you're not. Fiora's not there yet, so Fiora's not on the map. But it is dusky. It's evening time. It's late summer, so the days are still fairly long. It's probably, like I said, around 8:30, 9 o'clock ish. So the sun is setting, but it's not fully down. So it's like a twilight over the area. When you come down towards the docks through the market district, you end up getting to the sort of dockside small market that there is there. There are several small vendors that have different wares and things, and they're at little carts or like tents. There's no actual shops there. And then you've got some folks off like loading cargo and so on and so forth. Scrimmy, give me a perception check.
Oh, Scrimmy likes
At
perception.
advantage. At advantage. I will give you advantage.
All right, let's do this. All right, the first one is a 13. And the next one is a 16.
Okay. So with your 16, because advantage, when you guys come down into this little market that starts like at the front of the docks, think kind of like the pier, sort of, where there's the big long dock, but then you got the shops and stuff along the boardwalk, similar to that. And when you guys come into this area, Scrimmy, you have been thinking quite a bit since joining up with this party about how much you miss your hat and that you really want to find your hat, but you haven't seen it since you were in what you now know is the Feywilds. So maybe you could find something to take its place, or maybe somebody else found it. And in the corner of the map where the glowing area sort of is in the top left corner, off to that direction, when you're kind of like looking around, scanning the area, you see a sign that says LOL Lid Lounge. And it's underneath the name in parentheses, it says leather or lace, not laugh out loud.
Scrimmy literally turns around in a full 360 and looks at them and goes, I think I see my hat over there. You guys, do you see that? I think that's my hat over there.
All right.
You guys remember my hat?
Yeah. Let's go get it.
Yeah, let's go get my hat.
I'll back you up, Scrimmy. This sounds like a you job.
So Scrimmy literally full sprints over to the hat shop.
Yeah, and you see because the name is LOL Lid Lounge, there's like a little tea table with two like Adirondack chairs sitting next to it. They are in terrible condition. The paint is peeling. They're kind of broken a little bit, and the little tea set that sits on the table is empty and chipped. But hey, it looks fancy, right? Right. And you're greeted by a gentleman named Lark Lampoon. He is the milliner here at the Lid Lounge. And he's a human gentleman. He has kind of crazy hair a little bit. And he wears a big, huge, like, I don't know, maybe you could describe it kind of like a sun hat, but I would say more closely to the drow that Dritz is friends with, that wears like the big feather plume hat.
Oh, so he has a nice, very big, lovely
Jarl
sombrero.
Jarl Axel.
Yeah, Jarl Axel. There you go. His hat, like his hat.
His hat. All right, lovely. Hello, sir. Your hat is magnificent. Also, what's going on with your tea set over here? You can't be fancy and have such a fancy hat with your tea set being broken like that.
Well, it's not broken. It's just chipped, and times are a little hard. But it's nice to meet you. My name is Lark Lampoon. I am the hat maker here. What can I do for you?
Oh, you make these hats, my friend. This is lovely. Okay, I think that's my hat right there. I point over to a hat that looks slightly folded. It's a dark chestnut color hat. It's not a light chestnut. It's a darker, maybe even a roasted chestnut, if you will describe it that way.
Sure.
Okay, it has a light colored band around the seat for the head.
Would you say it's sort of a tricorn in the shape that it is?
It is tricorn shaped, but it's a little bit fancier than what Scrim's hat actually would be.
Absolutely. And you notice when you point at it, Scrimmy, that there are some designs actually in the leather. And if you want to try to like look more at the designs, or you want to approach it and investigate it more, you can do that. But Lark, when you say that's my hat over there, and he says, well, it can be your hat for 100 gold pieces.
100 gold pieces. This must be a fine hat, sir. Must be a fine hat indeed.
It is
Let
a
me
very
take a closer look at this hat, please. So Scrooby's going to approach the hat, and he's actually going to can I do like a magic check on the hat?
You absolutely can. Arcana is the roll.
All
Look
right.
at you doing weird things.
Doing squirmity scrammy things. I got a 15 for that Arcana check.
Yeah, so when you pick up the hat and you're kind of looking it over, you feel that familiar pang of electricity that you feel whenever you are around magic items.
All right. Well, this is quite an interesting hat, sir. Quite an interesting indeed. Do you have any other hats of this shape and form?
I have other hats. I don't really have any other ones in that shape. I just finished that one this morning. Isn't it wonderful? Look at how I burned the leather to make the shapes of these animals. And if you look at it, you see rats and bats, like
Lovely,
whatever.
lovely. Here, let me go ahead here and just try it on. Let me take my hearing receptacles off for a moment, okay? Hold on. All right, let's be here.
Oh my
All right,
gentle Jesus.
Why am I not surprised you have an
Good
actual hat?
It's so big.
It kind of looks like it might have secret passages.
You look like an old-timey Turkish sultan.
Yes, the hat fits quite nicely, sir. Yes, I quite like this hat indeed. Yeah, now I can hear you again. I didn't know what you were saying for a moment, sir. But this is a nice hat. It does look like there was maybe another hat. But you know what? I like this hat. does it have any other special features?
Well, actually, it does have special features. I'll tell you what it is. Because I wrote the name, but I didn't write what it does in my notes, because that's smart, right?
Yeah, super smart.
I didn't claim to be, hey, I may not be a smart man, but I know what love is. All right. It is a magical hat, and it's got bats, frogs, and rats in the design of the hat. And this is the Hat of Vermin. So when you're holding the hat, you can use an action to expend one of its charges and speak the command word that summons your choice of a bat, a frog, or a rat. The summoned creature magically appears in the hat and tries to get away from you as quickly as possible. The creature is neither friendly nor hostile, and it isn't under your control. It behaves as an ordinary creature of its kind and disappears after an hour or when it drops to 0 hit points. It has 3 charges and regains all expended charges daily at dawn.
This is a mighty fine hat, sir. I think I might take you up on your offer of this hat. But I also seen this hat over here, and I thought it was quite nice as well. Let me just try that on very quickly here. It's not quite the same shape as the one before, but I think it does well as well. I seen it inside the secret flaps inside the first hat that you showed me. Does it come with the large hat as well?
Yes, sure. If you purchase the large hat, you can have the small one
Oh,
complement.
but Wait, what is this? Sir, I also pulled another hat.
Oh, yes, this is my hat of many hats.
So this hat goes on top of the mice?
Yep, there you go. That's exactly what I hoped somebody would use it for. I'm very surprised that you figured that out.
Me too. I think it was that weird zombie drink. Yeah, let me just store the hats back inside of their receptacle. Yes, sir, I would love to take this hat from you. This is a lovely.
Perfect. That'll be 100 gold pieces.
All right, I will take it.
Did you two plan that, or do you just have those hats on hand at always?
The fact it could be either doesn't surprise me.
I did not prepare Huli for all of that hattery. I just said that I wanted to buy a hat.
I got to get my hat game up.
All
All right. So, thank you, sir. I bid you farewell. This is an amazing hat of holding hats and creatures. Thank you. I bid you farewell.
Hat of Vermin is on D&D Beyond.
Oh, excellent. All right. Okay, guys, did you see that? Did you see this fucking hat?
Arthur was standing like 10 feet off watching the strangest transaction he has ever seen in his life. That was incredible. Yeah, all right, let's go. Why are we here? Are we done? Can we go back? That was I don't know what to
Yes,
follow
we
that
can go
with.
back to our friends. Also, do you think that I talked to him in the right thing? His hats were so fancy. I just thought I had to talk to him differently.
I think you did great. You
Oh,
got a new
that's
hat?
lovely.
Yeah, I'm going to give you an inspiration for your hat. You can have a regular inspiration where you can toggle it on in your sheet and it won't expire. It's not like a regular chaos coin.
Nice.
Good stuff. There are other magic hats there if you wanted to look at them. Some of them might come in handy, some of them might not.
I was just here for the flavor.
No, that's
I may
fair.
be back, but Celine, did you wait up while this was happening?
Knowing Celine, probably not. If she doesn't see Fiora in like her immediate vicinity, she's just like, fuck it, I'm walking.
Celine, we were doing a hat fit. Fuck. Do I see where she is or where she went, or am I lost?
It's a big enough area that Celine could have, probably walked through the market some, or even down all the way onto the docks. Because this is just like I said, the market side, there is dock space. Do you think Celine would have gone down towards the docks to look, or that she would have gone back up?
I have no idea. Loki, would you be with Celine?
Loki would try to middleman as best he can without leaving. I think he would lean towards Celine in this case, since he's concerned about Fiora.
Yeah, if I can't see Loki, I think I would head towards the docks.
Okay. Down towards the docks, you say?
Ooh, a pirate ship.
So you come out of the market and you come down towards the dock where there's only one ship docked, and you see crew working about on it, but you do not see Fiora down there at this time.
And I don't see Celine or Loki here either.
No, I'm going to assume that they went back up the opposite direction into the city.
Then yeah, if I don't see him here, I would go back.
Yeah, so you guys take the time, you have the interaction at LOL Lid Lounge, and you head back up through the market. Where do you go when you go back through the market, Celine? Which direction do you lead your group towards?
That is a good question. Because beyond the market, I don't really know where. I don't think Celine would know really where Fiora would have been in the city.
Yeah, so you could check pretty much anywhere you want to. I mean, there's the different districts and stuff. And didn't Celine spend a little bit of time here in the city too when you met Fiora?
I think.
Ooh,
Yeah,
getting
so
that
I'll say you have
backstory.
like a minimal amount of knowledge of the area. You know where the King's Coin is, where the GBC is, where the quarantine zone is, things like that. You don't know as much in detail, but there's a few places you could probably think to check. You could think to check Hand-Me-Down Town. You could go up the north side where it's kind of like the poorer side. You could use your insight and deductive reasoning to figure Fiora's probably not in the luxury district or anywhere near the King's Coin, but there's the 3/4 left of the town you could check. And you could probably assume she's not going headlong into the quarantine zone either.
I'd probably take them up to the poor man's district, just because it's
Okay.
the closest district that they haven't checked yet.
Okay. Yeah, so you would head up. Which way do you think you go to get there?
Like left of the library past the blacksmiths.
So kind of hugging the wall, like
Yeah,
following the
basically.
hugging the wall. Okay. And Fiora, which way do you think coming down from Poor Man's? First, let me ask, how long do you think you spent at Poor Man's if you had been gone about a half an hour when the party left?
She was probably heading out of Poor Man's when the party left.
So they maybe might see you in passing, do you think? Or is
It's
she
possible. I mean, she's had her cloak up and been trying to keep to the shadows and alleys. Like, not for the party, but she has other reasons that she's trying to avoid knowing.
Right. Okay, so we'll say back towards like the central-ish area of the market is about the time you would cross, because once the party would be coming back up. I don't care who, but somebody can roll perception to see if you see Fiora. And Fiora, you can roll me a stealth. And I will say you can figure stealth at advantage because you know the area and know where the shadows and things are to kind of keep away from main traffic, so on and so forth.
Yeah, I wasn't even going to attempt that when we have Loki.
I don't think
on the
I
team.
can. Like, I have a 0, even a nat 20. Like, Loki is going to definitely spot Fiora. Like,
But
it's
what's
not
his
possible.
passive?
24.
Yeah, you can see her
like,
without even rolling
it's
a
not
check.
possible for Fiora to stealth past him. She's not actually that stealthy.
Okay,
But it
so
would be a 19.
in the old market district, as you guys are sort of back up towards Poor Man's, and Fiora is heading down from Poor Man's. Loki, you catch Fiora out of the corner of your eye, and the only thing that makes you know it's Fiora is you have seen the way she walks. And so you knew, like, seeing the cloak and seeing the walk together, like, it made you think, oh, that's Fiora. And then you're able to kind of notice some more distinguishing things as you focus in. So you see Fiora off headed. She looks like she's, headed back towards where you just came from.
Is everyone together again, or is it just Celine and I?
No, I would think by this point, Arthur and Scrimmy have caught up to you.
Okay, yeah. Then I'll tell everyone, hey, there, and kind of it's kind of a mutter because he's more concerned about catching up to them at this point to not lose them again. and Loki will run off, but he's very obvious to spot for the group.
Yeah, I'm just fucking like immediately bolting the second he points her out. Not so much running, but like power walking with the crowd. I'm assuming there's a crowd.
I mean, it is a sickling thing going on. There might not be a crowd. It might just be a few people here and there. You could probably get away with like going extra fast,
Sprinting.
but not too extra fast. Like a normal run, not a sprint.
I mean, no matter what movement I make, Celine's like heavy enough that you'll probably hear her coming anyways. Like, I don't even think she can walk quietly.
So she's just fucking yeeting at Fiora.
Basically.
All right, that sounds fun. Squirmy is gonna think it's exciting and start running too.
Also, when I get close enough, I am going to have her like basically try and tackle you.
That's
Not to the ground, but like just a tackle hug.
All right, aggressive hugging ensued.
I mean, I'm sure there are things we'll have to roll for.
Well, yeah, because the DM's not here right now, so that doesn't help.
No, it's like, go ahead and role play meeting up. I just needed to step away from for just a second.
Oh, Fiora does not stop. I don't even think Fiora like noticed them. Like Fiora is like hardcore, like disassociating, and is just like power walking through her spots.
Yeah, until
Okay.
I try and tackle her from the side.
You definitely get it through, Celine. There's no way you don't.
I mean, as long as the player behind Fiora is okay with it, I'm fine. There's nothing you need to roll for a hug. Unless you're actually trying to grapple her, then yeah.
I
you
mean,
can
to
roll
be fair, in this city where she has like a backstory and people are actively looking for her, maybe someone randomly grabbing her from nothing isn't the best thing for me to be doing. But I'm doing it anyways.
If you get
So, I
stabbed,
mean,
it's on you.
Eh,
But then
not
you
the
can
worst
roll
thing I can
contested
do.
like grapple athletics situation. If you think Fiora would be like, "What the fuck," and try to,
Oh, 100%.
yeah, go
Sure.
for it.
So what is it? What we're rolling? Athletics or strength?
Yeah, grapple versus
Yeah.
or athletics versus athletics. I think it is for
It's
grapple checks or
athletics
whatever.
versus athletics or acrobatics.
Okay, I'm rolling
Oof.
that.
I should have guided myself.
Even with a 4, you'd only get to like what?
That's facts. That's facts. Fun fact: Fiora is stronger than she is dexterous. She had a higher chance of avoiding this grapple than she did stealthing from Loki.
Yeah, which totally makes sense.
What do you got?
It's a 9 versus she tackles me. She 100%
Yeah, there you go.
tackles Fiora. There's probably you see Fiora's hand like pull out her dagger, but she sees it's Celine before she casts Green Flame Blade and stabs you. What are you doing? Get off me!
I'm just gonna stare. Look, like my arm's still around you. I'm just gonna stare down at you and just be like, "You're being moody again."
Did they tell you that we're here not on official business?
Mm-hmm.
We're getting paid now, though. Have we caught up at this point?
I would assume.
I
so.
assume
I
so,
assume-
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty obvious about it.
I mean, we spoke to command. We're getting reinforcements, first of all. And second of all, it's an official mission now. We're getting paid. It's as if it was legit from the beginning. I understand everybody's upset, but I don't know. We're not going to get anything done here if we're not on the same team.
I need you to understand that there are people in this city that want me dead.
Define. Actually, don't define anything. Just tell me more. What do you.
When I was here, I made a name for myself. Me and my friends who are no longer with us. And we were a particular thorn in the side for the GBC. And you might not have been there, Arthur, and I don't know how many details the court really gave, but that was what I was arrested for, was burning one of them fucks.
Right. So what does that mean for you? You're going to get arrested on site? You're serving your time in the Grey Wardens.
I didn't say there were people who wanted to see me arrested, Arthur.
Fair?
GBC didn't arrest my friends, they hung them.
So what would you rather do? Would you leave?
I mean, we're already here, but I don't know what'll happen. I just needed to get some steam off. And it's probably better that you found me now before I got where I was going.
I remember the GBC being in a different part of town. Where were you going?
GBC is a shipping company, bud.
Oh, were you headed in the direction of the docks? Can we tell that from where we got you?
Yeah, we like crossed when you guys were heading from the docks back toward.
Got you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's fucking good. Okay. Does anyone else have any deep, dark backstory that is potentially going to put us in immediate danger we need to talk about now?
I don't remember.
Probably at some point, but I'll take the risk.
All right. That was all right. Well, I don't know what to tell you, Fiora. I agree. I wish you weren't in this position. I think that whatever we sacrifice in this city is going to do that much more good for the people trapped in the Belfry. I agree with you. We're here already. We might as well try and do something good, get paid. If you want to be alone, I mean, I'm not in charge of anybody. If you want to be alone, be my guest. I'd recommend not setting ships on fire.
I can't promise that if we go in the Belfry and cooperate with them, that if I know the captain in charge, I can't promise that I'm not going to make sure he doesn't come out.
Yeah, if you want to edit the official report before it gets submitted, that is fine by me. I know they have Sharpies at the magic store. I was just there.
Did you say ships on fire?
I'm Fiora of the Burning Seas for a reason.
Screaming just slowly backs away with a scowl on his face, remembering burning while saving his baby goats.
All right, then. So Scrimmy's being weird, so business as usual.
I don't know if I registered that as strange.
Can I make an insight check on Scrimmy? Like, I'm not really
Absolutely.
good at that, but he's acting weird. Actually, apparently I'm proficient in it, which makes no sense for Celine. That's an 11, so I'm not going to get much. I don't know.
What would Celine get on an 11 scrim?
I'm currently checking.
Fair enough. Like, hang on, I need to check my backstory for a minute.
While we're waiting, while we've been out and about in the city, forgive
He wouldn't
me,
get
Purity.
anything.
Oh, okay.
Being weird. Then again, you're always weird, so...
You would get that he forgot who he was, and that he's a weirdo that's probably super fucking tanked still.
I don't blame him.
I just want to clarify that Arthur gave Fiora permission to murder.
Hey, Arthur clarified that he's not in charge. All right.
Arthur said, "I have deniability."
Yeah.
Arthur said it's okay to lie on the report.
I'm a
is
little
what he
wooden
said.
boy.
Hey,
Thank you.
Loki left a lot out of the official report for the Bone Trader mission.
Oh yeah.
So
what are narcs?
Yeah, I don't know why you were talking to Fiora about messing with the report, but we have our own report person.
True, but I'm sure he can be bribed.
I lied for us already. I've already done
I'm
it.
on your side. He'll take a little coin under the table, that Loki.
Don't we got to get back to the inn before the other guy shows up?
Oh, fuck.
You gonna let me move, Celine, or are we just gonna stand here all night? I know you can, but I kind of need like 4 hours at least.
I'm gonna let you go, place you back on the ground, put my hand on your shoulder, and just say, "You say the word, and we leave."
I mean, why leave when there are people to burn?
Well, I mean, it's up to you. I don't mind hitting people.
God, I'm hearing this and I'm just picturing the report with just lines of redacted, redacted.
We were in the
Just black
city.
market
It was fine.
everywhere.
I'm
report.
waiting. I was waiting for the no. We're supposed to help people in the fire.
Yeah, this
So
group is not heroes.
I
We're
mean,
heroic.
we're heroes and hooligans for a reason, just saying.
Exactly.
While you're standing there talking to each other, kind of talking about all of this stuff, you hear coming from the market area near where you just were, like a loud voice coming. And it kind of like rises over a majority of the other sounds that you're hearing. And it sounds like they're hawking potions and other wares that promise to amaze and astound. Do you head towards it or not?
Screamy's gonna go check that shit out.
I knew I could count on one of you chaos gremlins to head in the
God.
direction of my shenanigans.
Scrimmy would get tourist trapped by any city, anywhere. Oh my god.
You have an iHeart pin
Like,
for every
even when he
city.
was alive, I'm pretty sure that's just.
I have
that's
to
just
live
Scrimmy.
vicariously through Scrimmy, okay?
So many laser pointers.
Scrimmy will spend 30 gold on a sandwich in the airport without question.
I just spent 100 gold on a hat, so
A seafood sandwich.
Well, yeah, but it was a magical hat, so that at least makes sense for the amount of money you paid.
I just thought it looked cool.
The voice
fucking
that is
magic.
like hawking the potions and wares is so compelling that skill challenges in the area have come to a standstill. And at his booth, a horse-drawn wagon says, there's a sign that says, "Amazing Presto, Alchemist Extraordinaire." And it is the only one in the area really in operation that's like a bigger sort of thing. You've got like a little fishmonger, the hat guy, whatever. People kind of start to head towards his little horse-drawn wagon there. And let me get it back on the right map because I moved it since we're going to head down that way.
This doesn't seem like anything, guys. Let's go back.
Yeah, let's just
You
let
know
Scrimmy be Scrimmy.
This vicarious encounter doesn't seem too interesting, guys. Maybe we should turn around.
Yeah, no, the
Yeah,
tits.
we already have a meeting to go to.
We
Let's
got
actually
it.
be normal citizens for once.
Oh, let me get you Fiora.
You guys did not have to follow me.
Oh no, I need to know what happens.
It's fine.
I'm very interested.
I mean, if there's a
Scrimmy from
chance
now
we
on.
could get cheaper potions here, it might be worth it.
Yeah.
So the carriage and such where the guy is right there to the right of like the center kind of boardwalk there. You see by the barrels and such. You should have the map. I think I put everybody back to that map.
Did you?
Yes.
Don just has to go back to the tab for the map to load. So as you kind of get closer to it, you hear him say, "Come one, come all, make big from small. Want speed, drink these. Need brawn, try one. If you fancy a kiss, just put this to your lips and soon you'll be smooching your prize. Presto, changeo, potions and lotions and tinctures that thrill. Improve your skills, cure your ills, pay your bills with these pills. Grow gills with these vials. Your denials and trials are no match for my batch of notable potables. Presto, changeo, don't ask me, try for free."
Take all of my and the party's money. My and Daruk's money. I definitely want to go see what's up.
Yeah, if you want to
I-
walk up.
I hear big from small.
job not
Arthur's a
fucking
small little boy.
Fucking that up.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
Is
so
it,
there's-
is it this guy?
Yeah, the right in front of that. Yeah, that's Loki standing there.
Oh, okay.
So you come when you get closer, you see one of those like cafe signs, the chalkboard signs, and there is 6 potions written out on it. You see Jolly Giant Strength Potion, and underneath it says you'll feel as strong as 10 of you in like quotations, exclamation point. Under the next one down is Potion of Elvish Aiming. It says hit any target you can see and see them all. There's a Rock in a Hard Place potion. It says if you take a hit, you'll barely notice. There's the Brain Booster Serum. It says you'll feel smarter, but you knew that already. There's the Sage Wisdom Potion. It says like having lived 100 years in 10 minutes. And there's the Potion of Fiery Charisma, the gift of gab in a delightfully spicy syrup.
That's exciting. Has he got prices on these boards or no?
He's giving away free samples.
Oh,
How remarkable. He has potions that cover the only 6 traits that can define a person these days.
Yeah, I know.
he has something for literally everything. Well, that's cool as hell. I don't know.
Suppose we may as well try some.
Yeah, I definitely don't. 10 of me is really still not that impressive, so I'm going to go ask for a wisdom sample.
So
Yeah,
while
I
you're
want this
kind of
one.
like looking over the board, you see this man's dwarven apprentice offer one of the Jolly Giant Strength potions to a very strong dock worker whose name is Tater Von Spud. He is a giant strongman. And he takes the potion, it's the strength one, like I said, and drinks it. When he does that, he like shimmies and then like flexes his arms and reaches over and picks up 2 of the other kind of people who have started to congregate around and lifts them up to show like in a feat of strength. And people start to like get excited and applaud and line up to get potions.
Can I do an insight check to see if the strongman knew the apprentice who handed him that potion? If they look like they exchange any knowing glances, any winks, nods, elbows?
Sure, you could.
All right.
The guy who the alchemist is the amazing Presto. He's wearing like a sparkly robe and he's got like a leather apron underneath of his robe, and he's got a name tag on there that says Amazing Presto. And his apprentice does not have a robe, but he has one of the leather aprons, and his name tag says Hold Hammerhearth.
It's a 19 on insight. 11
Yeah, it
insight.
doesn't seem at all like they know each other or are given any sort of nods. It doesn't seem like a snake oil salesman sort of situation. Seems like he genuinely did gain some strength from drinking that potion.
Sweet.
But yeah, if you wish, like some of you had mentioned, these are they're giving out samples of these 6 potions for free. He's trying to build business, so if you like it for free, then you'll come back and buy it.
Yeah, I'll definitely ask for a sample of the wisdom. I'll say, yeah.
The Sage Wisdom potion.
Yes, please.
All right. So
100 years and 10 minutes sounds exactly like what Arthur's mental health needs.
yeah, so you're gonna drink it.
Do I have to drink it right now?
They're in
It's
little
sample.
paper Dixie. They're like Dixie
Damn
cup.
it. Okay, I was afraid of that. Then yeah, I'll do it.
Okay. So you drink it, and you're gonna gain +5 to your wisdom modifier and advantage on insight checks for 1 hour.
Oh my lord. And that
Does
includes spell casting?
Yeah, straight to your wisdom modifier. So
Hot damn.
Just seeing the big strong guys, we got to go up and take the strength sample.
The strength?
Just because
Okay.
I feel like she'd want to be able to hit things harder.
Yeah, so your sage wisdom potion tastes kind of like Earl Grey, but like with a little bit of cream and sugar in it, more like a London
Love that.
fog.
Love that. I think
the
Arthur
Jolly-
goes. Sorry, go on.
No, what were you gonna say about how Arthur liked the taste?
Oh, I just think that Arthur goes 1,000-yard stare for a hot second, and then immediately just starts speed reading the book.
Absolutely. Perfect. Celine's gonna get the Jolly Giant strength potion. It's more it tastes kind of like a green smoothie. And you get +5 to your strength modifier and advantage on athletic checks for 1 hour.
All right, cool. So I didn't mean to roll a strength check. I meant to edit it.
Does anybody else want to try a potion while you're here?
Can Fiora walk up to Presto?
Sure.
Hey there, lad. Are these the only potions you got today, or you got anything else for gold?
Oh, I have more in my shop, but just for today, this is all I have.
All right, and the shop's over in the normal market district, yeah?
Yeah, it's just up in the market. I'll be open tomorrow since I'm down here today. You know, it's getting late, so I'm just going to be down here a little bit longer, and then I'll be having my shop open tomorrow.
And if I were to stop by, you'd have a potion that could make me look like someone else?
Oh, yes, I have all kinds of potions.
All right, then I think you'll be seeing me later. And she'll back up.
Okay. Does anybody else want any potions? Loki, Chaos Wizard, do you want anything?
Loki's seen swindlers in so many different cultures that he's real pessimistic about the idea that someone would just come and drum up business in a place like this with such clearly going to be expensive items.
Squirmy's not down either. Squirmy's like, no, I'll stick to my alcohol.
Sure. So he's giving out samples. Other people have some samples, and he starts to pack up. You guys probably don't hang around long, and probably head back towards the inn for your meeting with Fred that's coming up.
Yeah,
If no one's buying anything, yeah.
I'm good with that sample. I'm hoping I can find this guy later if I really need it. I guess while I'm here, can I ask him how much is it for a vial?
They are 100 gold apiece.
Okay.
Oh, that part could be fun.
And
Well,
is that
well,
the sample or like a full drink?
No, the sample is free. You can have a free taste now, like a small version of it. Only lasts for an hour, but the regular potions he sells them for 100 gold apiece, and they last just a little bit longer than an hour.
I'll take his card if he's got one.
Yeah, he does. They're
Nice.
fancy. They have gold filigree on them. It's 3/4 cardstock. It's got a nice weight to it, rounded edges. The gold is embossed. They're very nice.
Having just felt the effects of aging 100 years in 10 minutes, Arthur super appreciates the fancy business card, and B, is so much more politically conservative, and he's going to have to work on that.
Fucking Arthur. What are these terms you speak of that make no sense?
All right. So if nobody
have
else wants to
politics.
try a sample, other people do. There's some people around from the markets. Everybody's kind of congregated here since he started speaking out loud, and they get samples or whatever. And you folks head off back to the tavern. And you go back to your same table, I assume.
Certainly.
Fiora, your
Squirmy,
token is on the map. It's in the top right. You can move it to wherever you need.
Squirmy orders an ale and heads to the table.
Okay, just a standard ale.
Yep, just a standard ale.
Yeah, it's only 5 copper for ale. 5 copper for ale, 5 silver for liquor.
So, Loki, do you want us here for this? Is this, I don't know how you guys do things in your world. Are we going to spook them if there are too many of us?
Look, I don't know how well things go off in this world either. I happened to pick up the trade just because it helped me in a few situations. But I'm going to head off to the other corner booth and just get some information. If anything, Fiora could be there if they want to be, because they were there when we first asked them about it. Otherwise, it's probably not a good look to have 5 wardens in uniform at a table.
Agreed. And what of the code, Loki? What's the signal going to be?
There will be no signal. This is information, and maybe
if things
maybe
go
a little
south,
bit
there'll be fire, and you'll know to get involved.
Okay, the signal's fire. All right.
Fiora is ready to go. They're not Fiora of the burning boats for a reason. All right, they made a big name.
The signal's wanton violence.
Burning sea. But I can go with you.
No, I said you're not burning boats for a reason. You made a big name for yourself. I respect your name. Don't worry. I can't do magic. You guys are scary as hell.
Well, I can't do math, so we all have skills that make us valuable members of the team.
Well, I can't read, so
Yeah, exactly.
So wait, which booth were we heading to?
over here, and Loki apparates to the other table.
God, fuck.
Holy God!
Said he can't do magic. Shit.
Just shadow
Don't have
steps.
missed-
Want to see me go to that corner booth and back? Want to see me do it again?
So arrange yourselves how you're going to be and whatever. Time passes, you get your drinks and food or whatever you want to get, and it's probably like about 9:30, 9:45 by the time you get back, and time has passed and such. And so I would say you probably passed maybe 15 minutes on your potion. So we'll say it's 9:45 and you took it at 9:30. So if you've taken a potion, it's passed about 15 minutes. At about 10 o'clock, you see Loki, you for sure see Fred walk into the tavern, and you recognize him, and he comes in. That's around 10 o'clock. So then a half an hour on your potion has passed. He comes over, he sees you in the corner there, and he comes over after stopping off and getting a drink. He gets himself a dark and stormy at the tavern, at the bar there, and then comes over and sits in the corner with you.
I was going to offer to buy you one, but I see you came prepared.
Oh yeah, this is one of my local places. One of my regular places locally. I know you, but who are you? And he points at Fiora.
I'm a friend. You can call me Fee.
Oh, nice to meet you, Fee. I'm Fred.
They were the more covered up one who was with me when we first spoke.
Oh, she's still covered up. Like Hood has not come down.
They're the same covered up one from when we first spoke.
I think he probably would have noticed that, and I just, as DM, forgot that. Well, I'm Fred, and he sits down with you. Now, you were asking some questions. You wanted to know some things. You asked, local info, safe houses, and contracts. Which one do you want to hear first?
Give us a rundown on the safe houses first, please.
Well, I only have one safe house here in town, and it's out on the island, little island there in the bay.
Alrighty. And what about the happenings about town?
Well, there's a lot going on. Obviously, the fire, the plague has spread, so they've got some of town quarantined off. There's been some looting and things going on in some of the poor districts. The luxury district stays guarded. The GBC has set a station, up there and stays guarded since they're leading the efforts, and they're paid quite well to keep the richer homes from being broken into and so on. But aside
Who
from that,
exactly is in charge?
in charge of what?
The name of the guy in charge at the GBC. That's
The rescue
know.
effort, the GBC entirely.
the rescue effort.
The guy in charge of the rescue effort is Stefan.
Stefan? Surely
Yeah, I
he
don't
has
know
a last
his
name.
name. No, I just know he goes by Stefan. I never
Do I
seen him.
know? Do
He
I
just-
know a Stefan with the GBC?
You can do a history.
Oh, that's the wrong tab. I'm bad at these. Oh, it's a 10. That's okay.
I don't think you probably recognize the name, no.
Okay. And I mean, how's the fire keep going? It's been weeks.
He just smirks at you.
I'm sorry,
Any-
did you want me to buy you a drink before you answered?
Well, some things are better left unsaid.
Well, there's a chance we're interested in hearing those things be said, especially in regards to any contracts you might have. You might have some interest in maintaining the fire.
Oh, none of my contracts are to maintain the fire. I do have some contracts, some guild business that could be handled in town, but none of them pertain to the fire.
Any highlights of your contracts, you would say, then?
I was just gonna say he'll pull a scroll, a couple of scrolls out. They're kind of all wrapped together. High or low?
High.
10 or 20.
20.
High on a 20. Okay. Okay. So one of them you see, he hands you the most lucrative of them. Well, one of the more lucrative of them. Several wealthy benefactors are interested in complete destruction of a seat of power here. And it would seem as this event has been perpetuated by a supernatural or extraplanar force, which checks out with the stories that you've heard of the cult of the Dark Lady, her being a vampire, the Bauengrat family being murdered, all of that checks out. So there's some things with that. How many do you want to look at?
Just maybe 2 or 3 more. Anything that might have to do with things like that, the fire, the cult.
There's one that says a suspected Rakshasha is masquerading as a minister at the Froth Church. Take him out, not once, forever. That pays pretty well. The one about the wealthy benefactors is worth 3,400 gold pieces. The one for the Rakshasha is 4,745 gold pieces. And the other one that's pretty high paying is worth 6,800 gold pieces. And it says, it's just a note, and it's written in sort of chicken scratchy. It says, "Please kill my dad. Please make it public. Please make him squeal."
Oh God.
And it says,
That's what.
"P.S. My dad is an archdemon."
Huh.
So those are the 3 most high paying that you see.
Loki will slide the two not archdemon contracts over to feed a review.
Yeah, she reads through them. I mean, they seem like contracts. I'm a bit. Fiora knows a little bit about demons, but I don't know if she knows how useless she is against a Rakshasa. / how useless half of the party is against a Rakshasa. So we should definitely not take that one. What's the one you're holding there, bud? It's not Bud. Wrong character. Lad. There we go.
The wealthy benefactors one or the my dad is a god one?
Oh, that was at Loki.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we're not. This isn't of any interest to us. We don't like public work.
I mean, at least let me see it.
Okay, and he'll pass it over.
She reads it, gets to the PS, looks at Loki. Is there any notable names on the contract?
Nope.
Hmm.
Just says my dad is an archdemon.
You don't think that sounds, like the exact kind of thing we should be doing?
There are things that are within our bounds, and there are things that are not.
I mean, I agree, but if we take it, we get info and can tell the wardens. He knows we're wardens, right?
Didn't ask, but if you have on your cloaks and stuff where you can see your patches, he'll assume.
It's kind of what they specialize in. At least worth looking into. It may not actually be that. It may just be a kid pissed off at his dad.
I mean, why don't we grab all three then? We'll be here for a while.
I mean, there's other ones. There's 20 in total. So if these ones seem out of your wheelhouse, you could look at some of them.
I feel like they're exactly in our wheelhouse is the problem. Just might be a little beyond our current means, but there's only one way to find out, right?
We could probably handle a Rakshasa, whatever that is, right?
Out of character, Rakshasa is immune to every bit of my magic.
Loki doesn't know.
Like I said, I don't know how much Fiora knows, but we could certainly try.
We are getting reinforcements.
I mean, I think we grab them all. We'll have more people here. We'll start with these because I mean the
out
the
of
money.
curiosity, what happens if we take them and don't or can't complete them? Do you still have them and can give them to someone else? Are we in trouble or something?
I'm sure these are just copies. It's really first bidder.
Yeah, whichever agent completes the job first is the agent that gets paid for it.
I just wanted to make sure you weren't going to come after us if we came back and we're like, yeah, this guy's actually an archdemon and we can't kill him.
No, if you don't complete it, you don't get paid. It's that easy.
And you're not willing to tell us anything else about the fire?
Maybe in a safer place to discuss.
Are you telling us that if we were to pay a visit to your safe house, you might be willing to talk a bit more?
I'd talk more freely than I am here.
Sure. I'm sure showing some good faith by doing a job or two wouldn't hurt us either.
Yeah, if you want something just simple, there's a few things that you could do.
Do you have any contracts posted by the GBC?
Let me look at these contracts and I'll tell you.
I mean, I feel like it'd be odd for them to put a hit out on somebody, but...
Is Scrimshaw at the piano?
Yes. Yeah.
Is he playing it or is he just watching the guy?
No,
playing
he's watching the guy play. He's literally swooning over this man.
I'm picturing
Scrimshaw knows no bounds to love.
Okay, Fiora. There's no contracts put out by the GBC. But there is a contract against somebody in the GBC in their leadership.
We'll take this one too.
4 contracts.
A soldier who spent 15 years in prison for desertion, ready to exercise revenge on a corrupt general who forced him out. You will get 785 gold pieces and access to rare and powerful military weaponry, aka you'll receive a magic rare item and some gold.
Is that each? Oh,
No,
That's for the contract. That's total. It was 785 gold and a magic item.
one rare.
I like it.
I'll be real. That contract, I'm taking that for other info. That sounds like a guy I want to meet, not kill.
I think these 4 are a healthy start to the relationship.
So it's put out by a soldier who went to prison from somebody who was in the GBC, getting him locked up in prison.
The deserted soldier is the one who wants the corrupt general dead. Not they want.
Yes.
Not someone want. Okay, I misunderstood. That I am willing to do. Okay.
The corrupt general who forced him out is now the leader of the GBC.
Oh, so it's a new leader.
Well, he's been the leader for a while. The guy was in prison for 15 years.
Oh, okay. So I don't think I had this name in my backstory. So do you have a name, or we can figure it out later? It doesn't matter now.
He's going to be named Ulysses Lincoln.
Hell yeah.
What a patriot.
I should probably write down what 4 contracts you're
Yeah,
going
they got that guy on the Lysec granite monument carved into one of the walls.
I love that we went from no contracts to 4 contracts.
Well, these contracts ended up being things that are actually good for us to
Yeah,
be doing.
super helpful.
I thought it was going to be like, criminal, not
Yeah.
cleanse the city of demons, like
They're bad for business.
Can I make a rule to see what Fiora knows about Rakshasas?
Sure.
I'm bad at these two. I don't know what kind of.
I'll
intelligence
join you
want
because
roll,
Loki
but
would
it's
definitely
bad.
be thinking about it.
Arcana, history. What do you want?
Whichever one you think is pertinent to what you're looking for, tell me what you roll and tell me why you rolled it.
It doesn't matter. I rolled a 4. Fiora has no idea what kind of spells would be good against a Rakshasa.
Loki rolled a nat 20 history because all he does is history.
My mother's Rakshasa.
Give me 1 second. Let me write these contracts down and then I'll tell you. Because if I don't write them down now, I'm going to forget which ones you took.
That's okay.
So you took the Rakshasa,
The Archdemon, the GBC guy, Ulysses Lincoln, and I don't know what the
The
third
supernatural
one was.
seat of power one.
Oh,
that one will be the easiest for you because all you need to do at this point is confirm that the Black Lady is destroyed and you could collect a paycheck on that.
I'm so confused.
Maybe
It's gonna confuse-
whoever put the contract out maybe didn't know that it was completed, or whoever completed it
That's fair.
he isn't able to claim the fact that they are the ones that completed it.
The titillating plot continues.
Surely there's a story to be had in this city somewhere once we're done with hijinks.
Well, Fred, here's 10 gold for the drink and the information and things, and maybe we'll be seeing you. Is there like a time, or should we just go and wait?
We can find him once we handle our business. We know where he works.
Yeah, you could come to the safe house or to my stall there. I've got friends that live at the safe house with me. You just give them the code word hamster, and they'll know you're there on my own business.
Well, thank you, Fred. Fjord hands over 10 gold.
And, I should say the code word's battle hamster, not just hamster. Maybe if you just said hamster, they'd look at you crazy, but battle hamster is the code word.
Okay, maybe hold off on the 10 gold until we know we have the password.
I just
Otherwise,
forgot.
it'd be crazy.
I want you to know the irony is Don the player went from very confused to this makes perfect sense.
I mean, considering who lives there, I should have made it battle goldfish, but battle hamster is the password to get you into the safe house. So you can meet me there.
Fjord says, "No, don't worry, Loki. I trust him. I haven't heard bad things about him."
In the underground community, Fred is respected. Fred has been a member of the Thieves Guild / Assassins Guild for a very long time. He comes in and out of Lysec. This is the longest he's spent in Lysec in a long while, but in the criminal underground, he has a very good reputation for what he does. So, and you rolled a nat 20 on a Rakshasha. So let's find out what you know about that.
There must be something in my journals.
Probably something somewhere. Or there's a library around the corner that you could go to and search said information that I'm about to give you.
It's a good thing we have an encyclopedia with us at all times.
I mean, pseudo encyclopedia. But it's mainly about cultures of places, but we've been in 2 places that he hasn't been yet. He also remembers those teeth that we got pointed out a few times ago.
I'll tell you, this is what you know about Rakshashas, Loki. The Rakshasha employs delicacy and misdirection in its pursuit of dominion over others. Few creatures ever see the fiend in its true form, for it can take on any guise it wants. Although it prefers to masquerade as someone powerful or influential, a noble, cardinal, or a rich merchant, for example. A Rakshasha's true form combines the features of a human and a tiger with one noteworthy deformity. Its palms are where the back of its hands would be on a human. You know that they're evil spirits who originated in the 9 hells, and they are also evil reborn. Death on the material planes means an agonizing and torturous return to the 9 hells. Its essence remains trapped until its body reforms. Process can take months or years. When it's reborn, it has its memories and knowledge from its former life and seeks retribution against the one who slew it. If the target has somehow slipped through its glass, it might punish its killer's family, friends, or descendants. Like devils, Rakshasas killed in the 9 hells are forever destroyed.
Easy enough.
I don't know if we can do that one, because we can't get to the 9 hells. Because it wants him gone for good. We'll figure it out. We've been talking about contracts for long enough.
Well, you asked about him.
We did. And now Loki feels bad that it didn't get any information, and we are in fact going to work with the criminals because they're good criminals. They're cleaning up the street criminals.
He did offer you some more information than what he could say in public, at least.
Yeah, we just have to go
We gotta
find
get
a way
there.
to get out into the bay, which I'm sure we can do. It just means we have to go past the docks.
There's the road bridge that goes out to the island.
You're right, we took a carriage. There is a road bridge.
So yeah, there you go.
Let's get the others caught up, I suppose.
Aye.
All right, well, it was nice to meet you, /see you, / whatever it is. See you next time if you don't die.
Sounds good.
And he will leave.
Four contracts from the Thieves Guild contact. Why am I not surprised?
You shouldn't.
Loki will slide all 4 over for Arthur to read to see why we took them.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Okay. Wow. Should we maybe tell the wardens about this? I feel like some of this might be a little more jelly than we can sandwich.
Yeah, we're gonna coordinate with some of the higher ups here because between the amount of money they're throwing at us for doing things like that and the fact that it is demons, we these are. I'm sorry. I read Battle Hamter, and now I got completely thrown off.
I had my book open. You spaced off and read some by accident. Oh, fuck.
My bad. Yeah, no, we'll coordinate with the big guys. For now, we can do whatever it is we were doing.
Point of order, we may not want to tell them about the 4th one. Just throwing that out there for you.
Oh, of course, yeah. Anything that's not demon related is now warden business.
So how should we go about? How do you want to go about doing the ones that are not warden business, the ones that we'll be on our own for?
Well,
I mean, there's only one, and honestly, I might be able to handle it. I gotta see that potion guy tomorrow. If he has what I need and it's not too expensive, I can get enough for the official warden business and my own business.
How was it anyway, Arthur? How did you feel about it? Did it work?
I suddenly felt like the government owed me a lot, and I felt like I felt a new perspective as soon as I drank it. I felt like I had been pondering things for a lot longer than I've been thinking about them. I think it's legit.
Yeah, sound investment for all of us then, and I think it's high time we head towards the fire, which might coincide with Fiora's business as well as one of those contracts.
Agreed.
One of them for sure. Did you tell us what you know about Rakshasas, Loki?
Oh yeah, I'll share that when as we pass the contracts around for everyone to read.
I mean, if they like to impersonate people in power, is it possible that the other two are actually the same one?
It's a possibility, but either way, I am hesitant to handle that without the warden, since I don't think any of us have access to spells that would effectively banish them somewhere else or get us to the 9 hells to kill them for sure.
I actually can.
Not well. I don't know your magical faculties, so please enlighten me, all of us.
Ironically, so can I.
Because that would be our answer. Because we can't, if we kill it and it goes to the 9 hells, I might be dead by the time it comes back around, but the rest of you will likely still be around.
Unironically, I think we could technically try to banish it. There's gotta be a reason they don't like that. People don't just do that, though, right?
I mean,
I've never banished anything.
Evil incarnate from the depths of the 9 hells. I'm sure there's some faculties of theirs where they have magical resistances to spells of some kind, or we'd need to weaken it first.
It sounds fucking horrible no matter what way you slice it, but
absolutely.
I do think we shouldn't head toward the fire until we have Daruk and probably some reinforcements. Maybe tomorrow we go to the potion store and we go to the safe house and get some more information on the fire and maybe some of these contracts.
Yeah, just a sound of a move. I'm not sure when Daruk will be coming back to join us. I can't fault him for taking the time.
I just in my mind he didn't tell us anything about the fire. So like going to the fire without at least trying to get more out of him seems dumb. He definitely knows something.
That's fair.
It's worth finding out. And if you need any of us to, I don't know, do any kind of scouting or looking around for your contract, Fiora, they don't know who we are.
Oh, I mean, I know exactly where it'll be. The real problem is finding a way to get in, which actually isn't that hard for most people. But if I talk to Presto tomorrow and he keeps his word, then it shouldn't be a problem. But I definitely would not be opposed to help. I just don't want to force you all to commit, murder.
I'm sorry, murder. Cracks knuckles.
Well, yeah, Oh, I mean, Celine is one thing, but Loki claims to not be a criminal. Arthur looks like a child, and I don't really know anything about Scrimmy.
Scrimmy doesn't know anything about Scrimmy, so
Accurate.
I might have been a murderer.
So it's
Only a
been about an hour since you drank your potions at this point. And you're kind of having this conversation. The night's kind of starting to wind down. You can start to kind of feel your potion wear off. When you hear from outside a loud, because you're right by the door there, you hear a loud groan and a sudden shriek emanating from outside, and what sounds like crashing and destruction. I would like Celine and Arthur to give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh God.
oh, luckily I'm proficient at those.
Can't hate to see that, folks.
That is a 20.
Not great. That's a 12.
Dirty 20 or natural 20?
Dirty 20.
Oh, fuck. That's actually an 11, not a 12 for me.
Okay. Well, good news is you both fail.
Good.
Let me write that in my notes because that's where we're gonna leave it.
Great. Do I feel anything immediately?
Well, I would rather you stew on anticipation.
Oh, God.
We're gonna start fucking transforming into something.
Sweet. Can't wait to meet Cronenberg.
Potion against Celine. I know it was Sage's wisdom.
That's what I
I
have.
chose the strength one.
Yeah, the
Giant strength?
Well, I mean, my strength is right now, well, was at a 23.
Oh, fuck. If this turns into a penalty on the stat that I buffed, I'm gonna run into the belfry.
I have different thoughts.
So am I,
We'll see
because
what
strength is
happens.
my main stat. I needed to punch things really hard.
I mean, do you really want to know what's going to happen right now, or
Hell
do you want
no.
to do it?
Nah, I
wanna
like
wait.
my
I wanna
idea
wait.
being possible in my brain until next week.
All right. So yeah, now you can sit in it and marinate in all of that delicious,
I trusted the insight check too much.
delicious goodness. And that's where we're going to leave it. So we'll catch everybody next week. There is no Thursday night game this week, but we do have one coming up. It'll be starting September 5th back on Thursday nights at the same time, except for it'll be being GM'd by Don here. We will be doing Tales from the Yawning Portal. It'll be our same Thursday night crew, a couple of extras, and a new GM while we're off season 4 Gilded Destinies. This Saturday, we launch our Sumer Kula Stories campaign. It is a homebrew Keep Stories kind of game that will be taking place in Sumer Kula. You'll see some of the faces that you recognize on the channel at that table, and then some other ones that'll be launching this Saturday at 6 p.m. Central Time. So we have that, and then some other stuff coming up. Also, Friday this week is Concentricity. It wasn't last Friday, which I thought it was. So we got all that kind of good stuff going on. Keep your eyes peeled, watch out for new shows, come hang out, do all that fun stuff. Until then, we will see everybody next week. Hasta la vista. Goodbye. Pushing buttons
See you
now.
later.
Ciao.
Once I push the right buttons first. I forgot.
You'll get it right one day.
Just wave goodbye until it closes, right?
Yeah, I'll wave through my non-existent self.
You just keep waving until it goes.
Just done ending.
I like the pageant wave. I like it. You just have to wait. I'm behind on pushing things over here. I'm working from 2 different So that's why. There we go. Now I can hang this one up.